Hey gamers, you thought we weren't coming back, but it's Gaming with the Guys. I'm Gaming Greg. We have been away for quite a while. You probably haven't heard from us since Adepticon and are wondering, what are those handsome guys doing that they are not making game videos and battle reports and all of that stuff? Well, we are going to answer those questions rather quickly because we have a special guest. So before I introduce our special guest, I want to bring in my partner in crime, as always, the fabulous gaming Jason. How you doing, Jason?
Time has not been kind to you. I haven't seen you in 6 months, and this is what it's done to you. I
have
remember
not
you were a
aged that
young
bad. What?
you were a young stallion before the bear season
Young
started.
stallion. Hey, well, I made through my Schaumburg Boomers. I only bring this up because our good friends up in Canada were the ones who won the championship against them.
Yeah.
That was quite the summer thrill run there.
Yeah.
So thank you, Quebec Capitals, for beating the Boomers and taking the Frontier League championship for the third season in a row.
Ooh, damn, they're a dynasty.
They are a dynasty. They're a machine. But yeah, we've been out for a while, and it's not like we haven't. Honestly, I just haven't been playing games, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. But I promised a special guest, and our special guest is going to be helping us talk all things coming up Bushido. It is the spectacular, the fabulous Wandler.
Hello.
Hi, guys. How are you doing, Wandler?
It's been a ride. It's been a hard year, but it's fun.
It is. I totally agree. We had, for me, since Adepticon, I'll be honest, I've been in kind of a gaming fugue where I've just been in this fog, and I've played some games. I've done a little bit of Bushido. I've done a little bit of this, a little bit of that, playing some Warcrow, playing some
Gundam trading card game. That was
Gundam trading card game.
I have that as well.
I have to admit, and I haven't played Magic cards in a long time, but when I opened my first pack of Gundam cards, I thought, these are really nice.
Yeah, the quality is so good. It's the same with Riftbound. Like, a friend of mine got me into Riftbound a bit, and I opened the first pack and was like, this feels worth it. This is like, you've got something in your hands here. Well, Magic feels very flimsy sometimes, especially tokens. It is, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to ask Grandmaster Cody about that, because I think he got like a box or two of it before, like you couldn't get it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think he did, and I think Eric's trying to get Riftbound. The Dr. Dice. He might have been getting it, but yeah. So I've been dabbling in this, dabbling with that, just playing some video games here or there, and just kind of doing life junk, which is boring.
And is it though? Isn't it what we really want to do? Like, everybody can work.
Well,
that's American mindset. It's work. You work and then you die. That's
and pay taxes. Don't forget the pay taxes part.
No, there's
work.
We have that as well.
Yeah. I think that's universal for everybody. But that's depressing. So yeah, and I've been dabbling in some other games. I'm trying to see what's over there, and I've got piles of games that I've got to paint in like Port Royal and Blood and Plunder and Cyberpunk, all of that there, and just painting stuff here and there, but nothing really exciting, and just haven't got the gumption to tape up a battle report. And I will say the one big thing is I have fallen behind on Bushido.
Yeah,
I lurk the boards and I see what's going on, and I've seen the new releases, and I'm like, ooh, that's cool, that's that. But I haven't been, we haven't been playing that much, and I will say the Chicago meta has kind of flatlined a bit,
which is sad.
Very sad.
From our group, at least. Yeah.
From our group, it's we were getting some new players in, and then after Adepticon, things kind of
flatlined, and people jumped over to War Hordes again.
Yeah,
that's the big thing with that. With Warma Hordes coming back, they're doing Steam Forges stuff, and all of them being like avid 3D printing hobbyists. They're like, oh shit, yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, that was a big thing. But and I will say a lot of the players too were War Machine guys. And Bushido kind of was their filler for when War Machine died, a tragic, horrible death.
I just don't recognize the game anymore. I played what was it? The Church guys. Don't you remember the name?
Manoth.
Yep,
Manoth since first edition. And if I look at the game now and I see screenshots, I'm like, what is all of this? I have no fucking clue.
They've
I
changed
haven't looked too much into it either. The
They've
story
changed up the
line progressed a
factions.
lot.
Yeah, the
in that too.
storyline progressed a lot, so they kind of changed up some things. But the rumor is, and again, this is all kind of hearsay from what I'm getting from the guys that are playing it currently, is that Menoth is making Menoth will be appearing again. Now I don't know what format Menoth will be coming in because they've kind of changed a little bit of everything. Signar is about the only thing that I can recognize, but even that's kind of a different name. Kador, I can't, and Kador was my faction. And I think Kador's still there, but it's not really there.
Kador, I say Kador has been Tesla-fied. So if you look at their warjacks now, they went from Soviet Russia to basically how Elon Musk designs every car.
I think the two of them
all
merged,
bubble shaped.
And they, Crix
is still kind of Crix, but then they got like absorbed into several other factions, or they absorbed several other factions.
The angry elves now are angrier and more evil, so there was a lot of upheaval in there. So, and again, I just kind of looked at it and everyone's like, oh, you're going to get back into War Machine. I'm like, no, been there, done that. It had its time in the sun. And I've kind of moved on. But there are a lot of exciting things that have been going on with Bushido. And the one regret is I know I got to find time, and whether I get it before or during Adepticon that's coming up. And just for all of those who are listening in the States or otherwise, Adepticon registration. So Adepticon preview for 2026 is live now. So you can kind of go on, plot out what events you would like to play in and see what the schedule is and so on and so forth. It's not a big surprise. So for those who are interested in Bushido, we will have open play all 4 days. So we have our own dedicated room that will be nothing but Bushido. So drop in at any time, play a game. We may have special events that are not in the event roster for open play players. We will have a whiteboard and we will indicate when those are happening. 2 things that are set in stone, however. Friday will still be the Grandmasters. Grandmasters will have a bit of a new format-ish, at least for North America. It will.
What are you doing?
We are going to do a cut to top 4. So we're going to do 3 rounds of Swiss. After those 3 rounds, we cut to 4. Those 4 players will be locked in. So they'll play. It's going to be, 1 versus 4, 2 versus 3. Whoever gets in that 1-2 spot, you're guaranteed to either be 1 or 2.
Yeah. Finals, basically, yeah.
Basically, it's single. You could call it single elimination, except for the fact that 3 and 4 get to battle to see who's going to be in 3rd and 4th place. What that means is 1 day, 5 rounds. But for those who don't advance, it's only going to be 3 rounds, so it's less harsh on them. 2-hour rounds, chess clock timed, all the standard fun stuff. But we figured for those newer players that are coming in, they might not want to commit, especially if they're getting their stuff handed to them. They're not going to want to commit to doing 5 rounds going to probably about 11 o'clock at night. So they're going to cut. We're going to cut there and then have the top 4 after that. And those people who are they're dedicated, they're going to be okay playing those 2. And we have plenty of time in there. We got about an hour and a half lunch. There's generous about almost 20 to 30 minute round breaks. So it's not going to be. It's a long day, don't get me wrong, but it's not going to be. It's probably going to be longest for those who are going to be playing 4 and 5 rounds rather than those who are playing 3.
Can you drink beer at Adepticon?
Fuck yeah!
You can't. It's like that's like a national it's just a tradition. Unfortunately, based on how Gaming Greg has changed it before, it used to be air quotes that okay, well you bought booze on premise, but you didn't. And at least in Schaumburg, they loosely enforce that. It's just like you can bring whatever the fuck you want in, just don't be like overly obnoxious. So if you're having a frat party, you're gonna have a problem. So Milwaukee is different.
Well, let me tell you about Milwaukee because we experienced it. One, Gaming Greg and Dr. Dice were able to get their bar full of liquor into the show because we smuggled it in with all of our terrain. So, it's not like they're looking to see if you bought anything. It's just as you're coming in, they're looking to see if you have booze with you. Some security people are really strict about it. Some are like, they don't frisk you that much. And the big thing is, I don't want to give away because I don't know if anybody's watching. There are ways to sneak in your stash.
Mm.
Because again, most people have gaming bags, and 9 times out of 10, the security people are not going to have you take apart your entire gaming bag tray by
That
tray
makes sense,
to
yeah.
see what's in there.
I did the same at UK Games Expo now, with the exhibitor badge, which I get from GCT because I do all
Mhm.
the tournaments there. They just don't check your stuff. Like now, I didn't smuggle anything of note into the event hall, but on the other hand, right next to our tables, like literally 2 meters apart, was a beer stand, and I was hosting events there for 2 days, and oftentimes I had nothing to do but go over there, grab a beer, and stand there for the next 2 hours, smiling and answering rules questions. There's a
Mhm.
lot of beer being consumed during that time. I can tell you that much.
And that's, and I will say that's, and there are, so if you, and again, if you needed to buy alcoholic beverages, they do have stands that are inside the hall that they're selling, because they're also trying to promote that. But
Do they have the bike person?
no, they do not. That was a Schaumburg thing only.
So in Schaumburg for Adepticon, just so you know, Wandler, they put some on like an elongated like bicycle, but then
It's
they
a
put a
tricycle
cooler
kind
or
of thing with 2
tricycle,
wheels
and then
in
they put a
front
cooler on the front of it. So then you just
Oh.
have a person riding a bicycle inside the convention center selling
with
booze.
beer and
Selling
whatnot. Yeah.
beers. That's great.
Yep. Pretty much.
You want that.
But yeah, drinking. The drinking. The drinking culture at Adepticon is well known and very well documented.
Good.
There will be booze. I know. For those of you that would like a shot of Malort, just let Dr. Dice know he is the unofficial sponsor and lover of Malort.
Okay.
It's
Cool.
not that bad.
It's horrible.
What? Okay, well, after like the first time, like I
It's roadkill.
understand where
It's
it's
drinking.
okay.
It's liquid. It's liquid roadkill.
It's not
horrible.
that bad. It's like, but I will
It
say
is
it's like
that bad.
drinking a Sharpie.
It's horrible.
Great.
So
Well, it doesn't, but it doesn't feel that way. You drink it first, like, oh, okay, this wasn't anything, and then it's the after effect that it hits you. It's like, oh
the
my
aftertaste
god,
is really horrible.
that's what
Yeah,
it is. It's the
that's the
aftertaste.
big thing. That's the big thing. So kind of bringing this back on track. So one of the things that I need to buy, and one of the releases that I was very excited about, was the Imperials
Yes.
box set net. So I will be trying to get my hand. If I don't get it prior to Adepticon, I will be getting it at Adepticon. So Gordon, please pack one for me to buy. But beyond that, there's been a whole slew of releases coming up, and it's I see there were a lot of Grandmaster ones. There was the Masters figures, I think.
Yes.
Finally
Yeah.
Yes. The
released
Masters
also.
Wave from 24 is that. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Those are all
So
out. A lot of Grandmaster models came out.
lots of new things coming out. There's been a
Cycle
lot
deck.
of errata. There's
Yeah.
a cycle deck. So
The last of the cycle decks. There you go.
yes, that'll be good. So there's been a lot of stuff out. But as every good Bushido player wants to know, what's on the horizon? Because that's great because we have that stuff already, but we want to know what's the future of Bushido look like.
I can give you a little bit of an insight from a responsible for organized play, doing all of the community stuff, and the community and masters models had, as you just said, Jason, had just come out, and I think they go quite well into their factions. There is a lot of people, if you go through the channels, who are like, I want to try the Birdman in Colt, or I think Horaki for Prefecture is nice, and I want to build and tech around the bouncing around key feats thing that she can do. So I can give you a little bit of a view back to the worst kept secret in Bushido, which is the Peacock clan. But that is intentionally. And I can give you a little bit of a glimpse what we're doing in 26 with the community stuff, which is very important for you US guys, because the Massachusetts Masters is in January, which is not even a month at this point, which makes me sad because I wanted to be there, but alas,
things being what they are,
things being what they are, and travel is rough. Also, I can't go to 4 events in 4 months. I don't have enough wife points for that. Which means I'm going to the one in Germany and to the one in the UK, because you have to fight your battles. But yeah, if you want, I can. My wife is sitting across me, and all I got was like her hands being like,
score, touchdown!
Yeah, touchdown! Let's go. Anyhow, she's laughing. Should we jump into the peacock? Would you guys enjoy that?
I would. So yes, it is the worst kept secret in all of Bushido is the Peacock clan, and so I am fascinated to hear about that. So
This is actually kind of like a surprise to me because I guess I haven't been paying that much attention. Or is the Peacock clan like related to the horse riding people, and it's a subversion?
that's a whole
Instead of it
different
being horse riding clan, it's the Peacock clan. So I thought the horse riding clan was the worst kept secret.
So
should I add to stage? Am I ready to?
Give me 1 second.
Give me 1 second. Okay.
I found out that I want to do something.
With his homework folder.
Yeah, pretty much that. I tried to bring up the pictures so we can go through the art first because art is important for me.
Yes, absolutely.
And then I tried to go to my downloads because I knew I had downloaded them, but then I saw what else is in downloads and I can't show you that stuff.
Oh, damn, we almost had it. Exclusive.
Almost.
So close.
Okay, so you can bring up the stage.
All right, I will bring it up. Here we go. Oh, you know what? Look, that needs to be much more dramatic. I'm going to go with
very black.
No, that's not what I want. We don't want to see me. There we go. Why is this doing that? I'm trying to pick the right layouts for this.
I was going to say you did it right for the cinema one.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Do you guys see my screen?
I see it's black.
Black. That is not what we want. Why?
I'm not sure.
I'll try and reshare. I'm sorry.
Try reshare. No, that's okay. That's all right.
It's okay. This Steamforge or not Steamforge?
Steamforge.
No, that's okay.
StreamYard.
Thank you.
Service we use.
A little bit weird. Steamforge. I'm not a big fan of them either. But
I know why. I'm just going to share the whole screen and not bring up anything else here. And I think they should work now.
All right, here we go. Are you good to go?
I am very much good to go.
There we go.
There we go. So, welcome to one of the glimpses behind the scenes. This is the Dropbox where all of the art is stored that GCT has. Obviously, we're only seeing the Ikeda subfolder now because can't show you everything, right? That would be annoying. So,
well, annoying for you, great for us.
All of that. Peacock Clan. The idea of the Peacock Clan is this. And we have seen them last year when the wrench box came out. You know the wrench box for Cult, where you had Ikeda people in that box. There's a samurai there, there are Shigaru there, and so on and so forth. Shindare is this Kami undead with a big axe, Kami girl. The idea for the Peacock Clan is that we wanted to have a clan that is very much into diplomacy, that works very closely with the Empire, that is basically everywhere on Java, but always in the second line. You know, they write down the big deeds of Hagane, for example, would be done by a Peacock Clan member. They are the diplomats. So what is the reason? Why do men in the clan, and I'll bring up one of the leaders of the clan, thank you for the ad. Why are they no fighters? Well, obviously he's not like the big samurai that you would expect. We decided that they all have hemophilia, basically, and this is why they bleed when they get hit. And this is a gene a mutation that usually breaks out in men and can only be transferred by women. It doesn't break out in women. And this is why in the clan, all of the fighters in the clan are women, but they're not samurai. They have a title called Onamusha, which means basically fighting women. And so we worked with the premise that the men in the clan would be the diplomats, those with all the abilities that mess up your turn, and the women would be the ones with the big axes messing up your face.
I kind of like it. I like it. That's very cool.
Clever.
So if we hop over and from the art to the rules, you see him here again, and I'll try to zoom into this because big screen, no whammy. We don't need this at the moment. So you see here, he's a samurai, he's a courtier, and he's a peacock. Peacock is the clan name. He's really bad at melee.
Yeah.
Melee too.
That's some Shiho stats right there. If I've seen it.
Yeah, pretty much. He's on 6 wounds, not 7 wounds, because his body isn't that attuned to fighting. He's in Minimoto clan, but 6 wounds. He has a Tessen. Tessens are important. At court, you want to have your fan at the ready. And he has a ranged attack that we called Inconvenient Address. What that does, we'll get to that a little later. And I hope it's all right to just walk you through this, if that's good with you guys. Good.
That's fantastic. Yeah, no, go for it. Especially for those people who might not be watching that'll be listening. Although, yeah.
That's good. Yeah. So what does the Tessen do? Tessen, usually a defensive weapon, sharp 1 because it's 5 down metal pieces between paper. And then he has his first key feat, fan at the ready, which means he gets lightning reflexes. With a sidestep attack 0, having lightning reflexes is kind of sort of handy because you can get away from pretty much everything if you want to. That was the idea. Cost him some key, but and then we have 2 other key feats that came in. How does he mess with your opponent? The Pico clan are responsible for taking care of the lineage of the bloodlines of the big samurai families, finding out if there is an offspring that is illegitimate and bringing it into the family, or also identifying someone who's not part of the family. So he can give somebody the unknown type.
Oh, that's going to be so fun.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, he has Vengeance Unknown.
Okay. Yeah. There you go.
But with all the other, because there's other little cards or terrain
or effects or abilities that affect unknown,
that are scattered throughout the game. And everybody's like, wow, there's like only 2 unknown figures out there. Now that's going to be be a lot of fun.
We're playing with that. Exactly. And then there's Belittle. Target enemy model gets insignificant until the end of the current activation.
Love it.
Which, I'm going to turn this. No, I can't, because I just got made insignificant. I can't.
He belittled my Tetsubo.
Yeah. No, he's sad. And then we have Prowess Melee, which he's a samurai. You have to have it. Willpower 1 helps him a little bit with all the stuff he wants to do. And then there's Peacock's Pride.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Yes. So we have Bear Stands Alone. You want to be a part, you get your buff from that. Yep. Peacocks work exactly the other way. If there is a second model with Peacock's Pride within 3 inches, people of culture, so Samurai and Ashigaru, have to pay 1 key to go into base-to-base with you, or they can't.
So he's just got a permanent. It's
if there's another Peacock's Pride within
3 inches.
Yeah,
so it's almost like reverse Bear Stands Alone a bit, essentially.
Yes,
where bears want to be by themselves, whereas Peacock's like, no, join up with me.
It's like a gaggle of them.
Exactly. Yeah, we're prideful, we're beautiful. Look at us, basically. And it only works for Samurai and Ashigaru.
Okay.
Which is nice too, because I'm forgetting the key feat that does basically the reverse of that, where it's like you have to do an opposed key test if you're not a samurai or an Ashigaru in order to like melee as like nobleman type models. I'm forgetting what the key feat is, but it's interesting. I like it.
Yeah.
And then he bleeds, obviously. We know this one already from the wrench box. And when friendly Hiroshi model, we might get to that one later, is killed or removed from play within 3 inches of this model, that enemy model against the unknown type until the end phase. Hiroshi, I can tell you that much, is his servant, his like personal servant. Let's put it like this for now. And then Inconvenient Address, does no damage, but on a successful range attack, turn target model to face directly towards this model. And the model gains aggressive. And you know the drill of aggressive.
Yep. I mean, that's so good.
So you see, he's not a fighter. He's like the center, one of the centerpieces of the box, not a fighter. What do you guys think about him?
I like him. He's very characterful. That was not an easy word to say for some reason. That was. I think that's it's there's going to be a lot of play with him. I think there's going to be a lot of shenanigans with him. I think the what is that again? The dispute ancestry.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be the main thing for him, because that is going to be just a lot of fun taking away if I'm reading this right, target enemy model's type and replace it. So that means his type goes away. So if it's a samurai or if it's a Minimoto, does it get replaced with unknown? Which
I'm thinking
means
the
that they would lose the
keyword.
benefits of
Samurai is not a
keyword.
type; it's a keyword. But I can give you a very good example that we found during playtest.
Mhm.
Kimchi models all have
Yeah.
Satsui.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is those
Satsui
going
is
away?
that
So,
type. So
so they lose.
everything with the void interacts with that type of being a Satsui, like walking through void portals works
Yep.
only if you're a Satsui. So if this goes off on Ku can't go through void portals anymore for this round.
Okay.
This is one of the funny shenanigans that happen.
Yeah,
here,
that's what I'm thinking. Okay,
Or
so
screwing with like people or models that you'd want to inspire, or
Yeah.
there's like tons of stuff where the game is like littered with keywords where it's like, oh, I need to have this keyword to do this effect.
Good
The
example
wolves.
in the wolves, or in Prefecture, the whole of the Shisai, they channel to another Shisai, they get a virtue token. You take away the Shisai keyword, all of this starts falling apart. So there is a lot of small fun interactions in all of this.
There is, like I said, I kind of like some. I've been, and again, I've been lurking the boards, and so a lot of the new models that have been coming out, I've been enjoying that they have these kind of just very flavorful, very characterful kinds of things going on. So it's been nice seeing them. Not everything has got to be the blunt force superpower kind of deal. So it's a lot of fun, and give everybody a little bit of flavor to them.
So guys, do you want to see the biggest or the smallest profile in the box next?
Let's start with small.
Jason, you're in on this?
Small or
My
big,
bad,
Jason?
sorry. I meant to say, I was trying to contradict you at the same time and say the biggest one, but since now I had to unmute myself and make this all awkward, I guess we'll go with the smallest one.
There you go.
Origami cat.
Yes.
Oh.
It can change into any weapon or any key feat and then sacrifices itself because it's a kami.
Almost. It is a kami, that is correct.
Oh, I was
It's
guessing
actually
it was a kami,
a named kami. And I'm going to scroll to that one. Let's do it like this.
Is its name Chester?
His name
No,
is
it's not
not.
Chester Cheetah.
The name is Nyako.
Okay.
It's a pole of paper folded cat. So it's an animal, a cat, and a paper kami. Melee 1. Range pull 1. Doesn't matter. Move 5. Key 0, 3. 3. Paper claws. Bleed 1, 1. Obviously.
Sharp 7.
Yeah, you can only fold paper 7 times. So, I mean,
well,
what else?
Let's be honest. And having been subjected to paper cuts all my life, I agree with all of that.
Yeah,
the bleed and the sharp.
I'm just scared to see what if there's a need for. I know that sometimes it's just fun little cheek and tongue, but I'm afraid now to ever meet the model that comes out that's like higher than tough 2.
Yeah.
What do? We use the paper cat to fight it. Oh, okay. Yes. Against this model, against Ryujin's super, that's like tough 5. So it's like, good luck unless you get 6, or unless you're like hitting high on the damage chart, wounding it.
So dual attack 1, not great on 1 melee pool, you would think, but we'll get there. So she has 3 key feats. You might start recognizing a trend there. First is Siphon Spiritual Enemy. Transfer auras and state markers that are not disguise, held, prone, or reload markers from target model to this model. Center any auras on this model. The aura now originates from this model. If used on an enemy model, you must succeed in a post-key test, which, kamis don't have trouble with because they're soulless, so they win if it's not their turn. But yes, you can just steal, I don't know, let's say a death sentence marker from one of your models and then impart it, because that's the next one, onto an enemy model, and suddenly you're using their markers against them.
Yep. Wait, so I'm just making sure I understand the aura a bit too. So you can rob.
You can rob an aura, yeah, or place it on this model. Yeah, there's a lot.
So does the aura but it's just essentially moving the aura, or does it mean that essentially now you benefit from the aura?
You own the aura then, yes.
Oh shit. Well, so that just killed Harakuchi right there.
Oh boy.
That's a shot to the nuts right there.
It just means you kill the cat first. Kill the paper cat first.
Okay, good. Is it durable?
Well, let's see. Let's go to the third key feat.
Let's we have more key feats to get through. Calm down.
Aura sent on this model do not end in the end phase.
Oh,
So you retain it to the next round.
Oh, great.
very
Okay.
nice.
And yes, look, she's durable. What a surprise. Dodge 1, it's a cat. Intangible, insignificant, Kami, lightning reflexes. Leech 1/4, soulless and tiny.
There you go.
Okay.
Can only be recruited into warband containing Hoshimike. You haven't seen that one yet.
Not yet. Nope.
This model may only leech from Hoshimike.
Okay.
They might be connected. And when an enemy model suffers a wound from a melee attack after the melee exchange is resolved, the attacking model gains 2 bleed 1 markers. Paper cuts, my friend.
Yep.
Yes.
So what do you say?
This is the small model.
This is the small model. Yeah, this is the
like in statue or ability effect. The robbing of tokens and the robbing of auras that you can basically kind of just override it from another person to your side or to your benefit. There's a ton of those in the game.
Yes, yes, and this is like an immediate
single one of them. This is like an immediate like impact model. Yeah, you're blocked into this model's counterpart being with, but I mean, at that point, with this being 8 wound or 8 rice, I mean, it has to be that its counterpart has to be god awful, not to just be like, yeah, I'm gonna take the cat. Like god awful, as in like Kurosh. No, damn, I'm forgetting her name now. The princess from the 2-player box set.
Oh, which princess?
The
2-player starter.
Yeah, the 2-player starter. Yeah, it'd have to be like pre-Himadori, where before they actually errated her, where she was like, okay, now she's worth taking. It'd have to be like that level of bad. And even then, with how this cat is right now, just with the whole stealing and redistributing stuff, I mean, like, okay, I'd still pay the 15 points that paperweight is worth to just get the access to the 8 points for the cat.
So I gather that you like her.
I fear this cat right now. And just, again, whatever
the cat.
I mean, just from again me being Silver Moony, but otherwise, just what other stuff it's going to screw around with. But so now, I can imagine playtesting. Like they've had a bunch of fun just stealing each other's auras and shit.
Oh yeah, it was fun. It was great fun.
Yeah, I think I like the idea, one, for the stealing, but two, and I don't know what auras, that'll be in its faction, but it's almost like an arc node. So if you have a decent, if you have a fragile character that has a really good aura effect, I'll have the cat steal it, and I've got with durability and dodge, it's probably going to last longer than my weak character. Plus, my weak character's still alive, and it could still cast other things.
Mm-hmm.
That would be the other question. Now here's a question that I have, and this would be the situation. So again, friendly, and I have a really nice aura that I like, and the cat steals it. Could I then cast that aura on myself again?
Sure. There's
no limit. I'd have that in
unless
2
it's
locations.
Once per turn. Yeah, unless it's once per turn. Obviously.
Unless it's once per turn.
But even then, if you store it into the next round, the turn's over and you can cast it again. So
yeah.
You kind of sort of, yes, you can. But we did a lot of playtests around this because, that was when I presented this to Jason for the first time, he went like, oh, we really need to look very closely onto every aura in the game.
Oh,
yeah. But also the cat is limited by how much she can do because it's the 3 key. You always need...
key, yeah.
Yeah,
And it takes an action to at least leech, so it's not move. Well, it still can move, but it can't get too far away from the owner.
What it does is it is daring your opponents to actually use that aura that they want to have in play for themselves. Because go ahead, do this really cool aura that you really, really need. I might steal it because I'm zippy fast. So you know what I mean? Like there is a deterrent to use an aura suddenly there.
Yeah, I see. You're being too nice in the European sense. Let me translate this to my North American audience. I'm stealing your shit and I'm going to throw it in your face. So do it.
Yeah, go ahead, please. So, question: do you want to see the model that this cat is linked to, or do you want to see the big profile?
I want to see what this thing is linked to because I want to at least either feel horrible about myself or I'll be like, okay, this is a paperwhip model. So realistically, I'm paying for the cat, and this is just I have to take you with me.
Okay, so
it's a cat.
I only have to find her now.
Hopefully the owner has the ability where she's tied to the cat, so we kill the owner and the cat dies.
That I do like that art. So I'm going to zoom in on the art here for a second.
Sure, that is really cool though.
That is really cool art.
So that is the only Hoshi in the box. Lore-wise, she's basically a half-breed between the two clans. And with the peacocks getting closer and closer to the Minimoto, and the peacock not really producing Shugenja themselves, she's basically the result of a marriage and the bloodlines merging. And the peacock have always been close to the Hoshi Shugenjas, as you know, because there is peacock's influence in Minimoto already. So the Shugenja of the Hoshi and the peacock have been close for many years, obviously. That being said, yeah, I like her artwork. I like the whole, layers upon layers of clothing with all of these oranges and whites going on. It's a completely different art style, and I'm very happy about how they turned out.
I'm going to love to see. Not that you have them, but I'm going to love to see it as an actual miniature.
They are going for sculpting now.
Okay.
And they're planned to release again October-November timeframe as the Masters models were this year. So this is going to be a continuous thing then.
Excellent.
Okay, you ready for some rules?
I'm ready for some rules.
How bad do you want to feel, Jason?
I mean, I'm hoping that I don't feel like horrible instead of it just being like, sweet, yeah. So I guess we're gonna add into those mini motos that we bought off of Grandmaster Cody like 3 years ago, and we're just gonna go.
Yes,
with this.
We will be.
Ben from Australia will be so happy that I'm no longer playing with my Silver Moon as much and having to retell the stories from Damien when I used Wasapu against him.
Yes.
Wasapu. So there you go. Hoshimike. She's a courtier, which is very important. A samurai Shugenja peacock. All the big words. Melee 2, again, very bad in melee. Range 3, can boost both. 2/8. So she's a kind of sort of a little bit Keystarf, because if she gets leeched from the cat as well, she's going to be limited in what she can do. So there is a back and forth. There's a payoff there. 7 wounds. First model with 7 wounds because she's a Hoshi. Unarmed. Does not deal any damage, but push attack 1. Great.
Okay.
And mind magic for 2, 4,
mind magic.
Because she's a court mage, not an ice witch. So she has her first key feat is called Debt at Court and costs 4. It's an instant. Opposed key test once per game and has only 4-inch range. And what does it do? Use after simple action. Target enemy model scenario points for that action now count towards your score, or you may choose a new alignment in either direction by 1 degree instead of your opponent.
I mean, that's a solid ability.
That is such a denial. Such a denial piece.
Oh, yeah.
Pete. Oh, if you thought the cat was dare you.
Yeah. But at least, like, it's forcing you to pay with you, and as Wandler pointed out, I mean, like, at least there is, like, some give and go with this, so, I mean, huge ability, but I'm not feeling super terrible quite yet. I'm waiting for what else this thing has.
The next one is called Mindfall.
Oh, great.
Once per turn, opposed key, cost 2 instant 6 inches. When a target enemy model declares an action, it must make an opposed key challenge test with this model. And if it fails, the activation ends and it loses an activation counter. This is the trap effect. So basically, you use this within 6 inches if somebody goes into melee or uses an ability that you don't want to trigger.
Okay. I like that. That's good.
And the third is Icy Veins. We all know it.
It's durable.
Durable range.
Every ice switch has it.
Yeah.
Immune Bleed, by the way, this is a glimpse into the balance update, is going into all Icy Veins. As a small buff to Icy Veins. There's a little bit of a backstory around this. We had this in the beginning as one of the theme bonuses for this box. And then it turned into Icy Veins and the box got a different theme bonus instead. But yeah, there you go. And to round this one up, Peacock's Pride again, Prowess Melee 1 because she's a samurai, Spirit 1, and Vengeance Unknown.
Of course. Because there'll be so many unknown models running out there now.
Yep.
It's going to be awesome. There will be. No, I'm serious. There will be.
I'm just going to wait for the model that has an aura that just says everybody in the aura gets unknown and be like, shit. All right. Well, there
we don't have this. We don't have this. I can tell you this. And then melee or ranged attack, instead of doing a damage roll, she steals a key token.
Okay.
So there is her mechanic to get back some of the keys she has to spend.
Gives a stun marker.
And if she and every ice switch has always come with a kami, right? They've always brought one, so she does too. If this mod is included in your war with using the legation theme, this is the theme of the box, you may also recruit kami of the empty mind.
Oh, there we go. That'll be a lot of fun.
And
does not get slow for Blizzard, even better.
Yeah, they all have that. The
Yeah.
Hoshi, so and 14 rice.
That's nice.
Yeah, I mean,
14 rice, that's a very good denial.
Yeah,
piece.
I was gonna say it's a good denial piece. I'm not feeling quite as bad as I was thinking that it could be. I mean, it's the models that both her and the cat worth it. Right now, just kind of off the hip guessing, or just kind of off the hip, just kind of analyzing everything together. So I'm not feeling like horrible, but that going up against that cat is just going to be like,
Well, so I will say that there are going to be some factions that are not going to sweat the cat at all, and then there's going to be others that are aura dependent or that are real heavy that are going to really
depends on what you're bringing for that game or whatever.
We're going to be making some very serious life choices when they're facing it.
Yeah,
but you see, the attempt always was to create something that is interesting, that has a lot of play. But as you said, Jason, that doesn't strike you as, oh my god, this is so broken. You will see this everywhere at all the times.
Yeah, I still think that outside of like, I think that there will be some very interesting. Well, oh no, because you can't take like Finest Steel with like. Oh no, yeah, you can with her. I think. I'm just thinking like outside of their box, like where is this going to get splashed in, and what would be like some of those competitive lists or those, I take Finest Steel and my Minimoto, but I'm kind of locked into the same like 4 samurai, and then we got all these other big stuff. It's like, oh well, guess what now? Now you can take all your kick-ass samurai and you take her for 14 points. And if you really want to screw with people, if you can find 8 points to free up, take her and the cat, and then all of a sudden people are like, oh shit, my Minimoto, now that we're going to have some issues here and there because they're just not quite as quick versus some other factions going down the border, all of a sudden like, oh yeah, no, I don't care about that as much because I can screw with you to no end and actually do something about it.
Yeah, and that's the idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Biggest profile or most aggressive profile?
Well, let's go. We've been pushing it off. Let's go with the biggest profile.
You want to see the biggest profile? This is my personal love in this box.
Okay, I'm excited to see this. Here we go. Oh, that guy looks cool.
I think that's a woman.
That's a woman. That's your
I meant guy as a gender neutral guy.
Okay. Yes. This is Ikeda Nakano. She's, first of all, the biggest profile, and there is one thing I want to point out. Do you see the mon on her shoulder?
Yeah. Oh, it's Imperial Seal, isn't it?
It's the Imperial Seal, yes.
Yes.
That means Minamoto is now the dogs of the Imperium.
They've always been.
I didn't pay that much attention to it in the story. I just always thought that the Minamoto were just kind of like up in the mountains, and it's like, don't bother us.
Well, they're that too.
The peacocks are literally written around being servants of the Empire. So she's, and if you listen to the UK Games Expo story line event that I did last year there, she actually is one of the main characters in that one, and she aligns with a certain other model in the game at the end of the story. But if you haven't, go back and listen to it. It's all on Discord.
Excellent.
So you see the Omamoris? They will become important now. You know what an Omamori is, right? It's a good luck charm.
Yeah, it's one of the charms, isn't it?
Yeah. So Ikeda Nakano. Takeko. We renamed her. Sorry, Takeko. We had to rename. We did like cultural awareness walkthrough of all of the stuff, and we renamed all of the characters to fit, so that Japanese people don't roll their eyes when they see it. Sure. Anyhow, let's walk through her. Imperial Onamusha Bushi Peacock. She is not a samurai. Okay. Melee pool 4.
Nice.
Boost for
2.
I like that.
Move 2. Key 2/6. Boost for 3. 7 wounds. 2 weapons. Long Masakari plus 2 weapon with reach and brutal 1. Sweep attack 1. Drag attack 0. Powerful attack 1.
Oh, nice.
And then Mako's Katana, because she was the bodyguard for Takashi Mako when he was serving the Empire.
Yep.
Plus 1, push attack 0, and critical attack 2.
Awesome.
if you really want something dead and you feel lucky.
Absolutely.
Anyhow, let's go. How many key feats do you expect are coming now?
I would
thinking
think
2.
I was thinking 3, just because why not?
Okay, let's go. Perfect defense. This model gets impenetrable defense until the end of the current activation. We all know it. We all love it.
Yep. That's
because
great.
why not?
Very good. I love it. Yep.
Second, crowd control. For the current
Ooh.
activation, this model gains Indomitable plus X, where X is the number of enemy models in base to base with this model. And on a successful sweep attack, she has sweep attack, all enemy models in base to base with this model gain a prone marker.
Huh.
Very nice.
There you go.
And then the third key feat, because they all have 3, is Weight of Ages. When this model moves into base to base with an enemy model, all enemy models not in base to base with this model within 1 inch of this model must move into base to base with this model on its shortest possible route. If this is not possible, put at least 1 blah 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 blah. You know the drill.
Basically, it's sucking everybody in.
Yeah,
it's like
everybody in.
Yes.
like a black hole.
I was gonna say vacuum cleaner. It's like a vacuum cleaner.
So yes, you've seen this at this point, and I'll gladly note that every Peacock clan model has 3 key feats. That is their thing.
Okay.
You will see a great range of key feats. We don't expect them much to melee boost. We expect them to always have a key feat that they can use. That is kind of the design idea that was behind that. Do we always need all 3? Most likely not, but some of them are really, like crowd control and Weight of Ages works really well together.
Absolutely. That'll be a lot of fun.
And then if you don't need those, congratulations, you have perfect defense. So it's like, am I going to deal with a horde army? No, I'm dealing with a bunch of elite fighters. Oh, guess who's got perfect defense every turn almost?
So, I mean, need some traits, right? Armor 3, they're not as heavily armored as the Minimoto are. Bodyguard Coacher, so she can bodyguard all of your wizards and so on and so forth.
Ooh,
and Imperials.
Nice.
Okay.
She has the Imperial keyword up there, so there you go. She's fearless, immune control, indomitable 1. You need it because otherwise this gets a little bit awkward. Peacock's Pride and prowess defense 2.
I like it. It's. I mean, with the melee 4, and granted, she has some really cool effects with the brutal and the powerful attack that she could buy, or critical attack if you really want to go for the gusto, or if you got the advantage with dice because of prone or whatever. There's a lot of fun things you could do with it. I also like the fact that she can. If I want to take an Imperial list, if I want to, Mako is I love throwing Mako in my Imperial list just for flavor because he's the old man. Teaming up with her, that would be hilarious.
I don't want to think about that.
I had it on the profile at the beginning when we designed her, that if you have her, you can take Mako ignoring faction restrictions. But Jason was against moving him out of prefecture and into Ronin because that would have been the requirement, which is perfectly fine. So now we have we only have like this here, and she brings Ronin Imperial models into the theme if she's recruited. So you can bring the princesses, you can bring the other guys, if you want to.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. Again, if she uses bodyguard against the model causing fear, she gets vengeance enemies, which is automatically on 5 dice there.
Yep.
And the whole Imperial spiel, we know it. And then when in the legation theme during deployment, attach 2 enhancement equipment or memory cards to this model at 0 rice cost.
Ooh, okay.
I don't know what those are. And she's 23 rice. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, not like it's the end of the
pricey.
It's not the. I mean, it's pricey, but just looking at the beginning stuff, I was already tagging her as like a 25 rice model. I mean, 23 is still super fair, and I mean, 2 rice isn't gonna make or kill it to you. But I'm just like, oh my god, this is the world we live in now.
Well, the point is, she doesn't have prowess melee, which is a big. She has prowess defense, yes, but there is a lot of up and down. There's nothing that makes her straight up super strong. Like she's, if you think 24, 25 rice, she would have to measure up with an Itsunagi, and she doesn't measure up with an Itsunagi because he's just straight up busted. And this is why she has to be a little bit below that. She is a very beefy and very, very good profile. She has the 7 wounds. She comes with brutal. You know what I mean? Like, she's on a +2 weapon. She has powerful attack, which if you get vengeance, if you're on 5 dice or you boost for 2, it's easy to pay that 1 rice. That 1 dice. So there's a lot there. Yeah. What do you guys think? Do you like her?
I like her, and I totally agree with you. Does she seem over the top? No, because she's not re-rolling her dice in melee. She's not a melee monster. From my standpoint, she's a defensive monster, and she's one of those you don't want to get. You don't want to. You may put her forward and risk her a little bit, so you could suck in more models that she could pull off the double the crowd control and the weight of ages, or the weight of ages, then crowd control. So suck a bunch in, knock them all down, let somebody else come in and do the cleanup work for it. Again, I think, and from what I've been seeing with at least the 3 models or so that you've shown us, is everything is very situational. Everything has kind of its purpose, and nothing again screams out, I gotta have this one in every list that I take. Because if I don't have it, it just falls apart. The only reason I need to take it in a list is I'm trying to pull off a certain thing.
And that's the thought there. The idea was always nobody is an all-comer. Is that the word in English?
Sure. Yeah, all-rounder, all-comer.
All-rounder, yes. None of them is. They're all specialized in a certain way. And you have now seen the straight-up profiles. There are some more who are kind of sort of molding themselves into a niche, and we're going to talk about them soon. First, what I would like to do is talk about what Omamoris are, and I've shown you a lot of profiles now. I want to show you the theme, because the theme starts unlocking a lot of the thoughts. Is that all right with you if I take you to that now?
Love to see it. Absolutely.
And just to add, just looking for, while you're looking for the theme list, I did see the defensive aspect of her. It almost reminds me a little bit of like a different flavor if Minimoto had access to Hagane, which is a very more defensively minded model in some regards. You can still do offensive stuff, but you're kind of throwing her up there, at least how I've seen her previously being used, is like, all right, suck up as much activation as you can, harass as much as you can, and if you kill stuff, congratulations. Your whole thing is pinning people back. She does it a little bit more direct line because she's got to kind of just barrel her way down. But then once she gets caught up in there, especially with the crowd control key feats and everything, just drawing everything towards her, it's going to be like, all right, well, I kind of have to go through this model in order to actually do anything else, because otherwise it's just all going to keep on getting sucked in.
By the way, can you guys remember the Ikeda Koryu, which is also in the wrenched box, which we will see here in the cards as well?
Okay.
It's the Ikeda fighting style. You have the Takashi Koryu and so on and so forth. The Ikeda fighting style is all attacks are sweep attacks in addition to whatever they are besides that. So if you pair that with Weight of Ages, you suddenly just go powerful attack onto the one thing you really want to hurt, and then it's a sweep attack in addition to that. So anyhow, let's jump into the theme. Delegation. Once per game in the starting phase, friendly models melee weapons reduce special attacks cost by 1. Remember the cat with a dual attack 1?
Yep.
Exactly.
Remember the model that we just saw with critical attack 2? Yep.
Exactly that one. Once per game, choose an enemy insignificant model completely within the scenario zone. That model doesn't count as being in the zone.
Very nice, because there's the ability to make something insignificant, which
exactly.
How do we make it useful in scenario zones? That's going to be great. I like it.
And then enhancement equipment Omamoris do not count towards a model's enhancement equipment limit.
Okay.
So you can have additional items with the character.
Nice.
And a first with of Ancestry event is recruited at -1 rise cost. I'll get to that. That is just a small extra thing, because otherwise it's a little bit awkward. Permitted are Ashigaru, Asura, Bushi, Coaches, Shugensha, Servants, and Kami. And exclusions are Convicts, Tetsu, and Yuyokuma.
No bear.
I can't take Cocaine Bear.
No Cocaine Bear. No Cocaine Bear Jr.
but Ice Bear.
But Ice Bear.
Oh yeah, you can take the Ice Bear.
Yeah. Also, you see no samurai in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say no samurai, so you can't take all your other Minimoto samurai and feather those in there. Be like, hey, no, wait, let me take Oda, or let me take Ryu, or let me take whoever just one of them, and just be like, all right, cool. So he's just gonna go ahead and beat everybody's face in while I have everybody else supporting.
Yeah. So we're trying to fine tune this way, that can't bring the big beaters. You have to work with the peacock beaters that are there. Again, using the fine blades, not to have a simple theme that you push all the good stuff into again. But yeah, Omomoris and Writ of Ancestry. Writ of Ancestry, it is a card that you buy and give your opponent. This card is purchased as an event and must be given to the opponent during deployment, who must attach it as an enhancement to the highest rise cost non-solid, soulless valid model in their Warband ignoring faction. If the event is played a second time, second highest rise cost. What does it do? The attached model against the Ashigaru type. Very simple. And remember, Peacock's Pride triggers onto Ashigaru. So you have a lot of models that are expensive but are not necessarily Ashigaru or Samurai. Thinking of you again, Jason, if you think of STS and you play all of the big boys, none of them are Ashigaru or Samurai. Yeah. But this way you can bring your opponent to having to play with that effect.
Yeah.
I like it. It.
Yeah, it's a nice little thing to do where it's not like overbearing, but it at least helps so that way you're not having that, oh, dang, well, I'm facing Silvermoon or I'm facing spiders or whatever I'm facing, where it's like, well, they don't have Samurai Ashigaru. It's like, all right, well, I could throw this on here and at least affect your biggest model.
Exactly. Yeah. And this is where you get the first for free, because if the biggest model is a Samurai already, then he's a Samurai again. And Ashigaru, and it doesn't matter. So all the Samurai factions are immune against this. All of Dissension, for example, suffers from this because they only have Bushi and whatever.
Yeah.
They have no
Bushi
Samurai.
They got a couple Samurai in there, but yeah.
No, there's no Samurai.
No, they're all
Dissension. I thought the big birds were Samurai.
Yeah, all Bushi.
No, they're all Bushi.
All Bushi.
All
okay.
Bushi. There's no one Samurai in the faction. I suffered from that fact a multitude of times.
Uh-oh, we froze. Hold on.
Now
you're back.
Omomori are... Hold on. Good. Omomoris are tiny equipments that are usually one use. One of them, Lucky Tiger. Attached model starts the game with a luck token. Simple.
Okay. Very nice.
Use once. Iron Crane. Attached model ignores the first state inflicted on the model, then discard the card. Ivory Bamboom. Attached model gains in the starting phase. This model gains durable ranged until the end phase, so you can give yourself durable if you have equipped that one. Golden Harrier. Attached model ignores enemy damage rolls if the individual dice values of the damage roll are the same. It's basically micro-clan armor, because if it has been consumed once, discard the card. Cobalt Stag. Attached model against Light-footed. Now that one is new in this in Minimoto, because Light-footed, you don't see that this often.
Right.
Ruby Gorilla. Attached model with Bodyguard gains Bodyguard descriptor as per current card text plus 2 inches. So you have a bigger Bodyguard aura.
Yeah.
And then Iridescent Fox. For the current melee exchange, the attached model replaces prowess attack with prowess defense, or prowess defense with prowess attack. Then discard.
Oh, that'll be fun. Fun with our big axe wielding lady there. That will be
suddenly your prowess
attack a one shot when you want to come in, when you want something dead and you want to have those rerolls.
So, Dad, I figured out what I want for Christmas. I want just a little Ruby Gorilla, just because I think that just the idea of that is just cool.
Just got to get a whole bunch of the different things.
Just get all the little things. There you go. There's their merch. There's GCT merch is making replicas of the little talisman figurines.
That would be amazing. I would love that.
Get one of those glass blowing guys that you usually see at the mall, or we used to see at Walmart when you were kids, and have them bring them to Adepticon, and he could just start glass blowing all these things for people for when's coming.
But now you see how the Omamori actually a little bit affect what you can do with the box, because you equip this in the starting phase. So you buy them during your warband construction. So you buy the fox, you buy the gorilla, you buy the stag, and you don't like the harrier, and you have one more left over for the lucky tiger. So you have 4. And at the beginning of your game, you look at your opponent's list and you're like, okay, I need her to be able to deal damage, so she gets the fox. And there is crit attack, so she gets the golden harrier because she can have 2. And the let's say the lucky tiger wasn't that important for you, so you leave that one away.
Yeah.
Gives you a lot of flexibility. It's a little bit like Malifaux does it, where you build your warband at the beginning of the round. This is going a little bit in this direction, so that you have a little bit of flexibility there. It's let's call it a pseudo sideboard almost.
I like it. No, it's going to be again. It's fun new ways to kind of tweak things so that way you're not committed, and then you find out, oh wait, now I'm not going to be able to use this against somebody.
Yeah,
Well, now I have the ability to kind of mix and match a bit, so that's good.
Yeah, it's super nice.
While we're at cards, do you want to see the clan armor?
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, let's see what their clan armor is. And if you roll doubles, your opponent dies.
No.
Attached model ignores enemy damage rolls if it's the same. Okay. If an enemy is targeted for an intimidate test instead of an opposed key test, you roll an opposed armor trait test. If the enemy model has no armor value, it still rolls 1 dice. If the model is successful, apply the effects of intimidate. Ito Itsunage and any unarmored Ito samurai and any weapon that contains Ito Itsunage are immune to this effect.
Yes.
Okay.
No one intimidates Itsunagi. No one puts Itsunagi in a corner. That's awesome. I like it.
That's
Chase is like, what the fuck?
I mean, like
it's all STS hate.
It's all no, it's not all STS hate. I mean, like there's a bunch of other factions where it could be interesting. It's a cool effect. I mean, I don't see intimidate being thrown around everywhere, so it's not like end of the day like game breaking or anything like that. But it is kind of one of those things. If I remember to use intimidate, it's like, oh damn, well, all right, I guess I'm gonna have the script flipped on me in this instance.
Yeah.
That's about it.
And while we see it, printed paper fan, a model equipped with printed paper fan gets leadership Ashigawa and samurai 1 and 6 inches and range defense +1. Nice. It's just a little bit. It is expensive. Might be too expensive if you think about it, but it gives you already 1, and it's something different than Arashi's fan. So there you go.
Nice little effect, and getting leadership is never the worst thing in the world.
True.
That's what I've learned.
Even though past errata spiders, it's not crazy needed anymore, but it's always nice just to have leadership because there are other things like Onis and Uri models that are still fierce.
Yeah. And they have not a lot of tech against this. I mean, the old lady is fearless, yes, but most of the rest of them aren't.
The rest of them are like, I will die if I am cut. Yeah. So I'm afraid of everything.
So I'm going to show you. There are 3 more models in the box. It's a big box. It's a 100 rice cost box. So there you
go. Okay, nice.
I want to show you the siblings. Okay. You want to see Tomoe or Hikari first?
Hikari.
Let's see Hikari because the other Hikari kind of got the bat swung against her. So let's see this one.
Let's get the big screen here. There we go.
Yeah, I need to find the right artwork. So,
nice.
Hikari.
I like him.
I like her.
Her. It.
I enjoy the swords in the armpit.
I'm terrible with pronouns.
I like the swords in the armpit. That's just a creative like design. I'm hoping now that she does like some weird cool ability because of that.
Yeah, so all of the clan will wear their wakisashis or short swords or whatever they have under the armpits. It's a traditional Korean style of wearing swords. Okay. And it gives them a unique thing. It does something different for them, and it makes them look different compared to other.
I mean,
some
that
people might hate it, but
I don't know. I mean, it worked for me because that was immediately the first thing I noticed with it. It's like, okay, it's got all the samurai armor, and then it's like, oh damn, we got 2 swords underneath the armpits. Okay, that's kind of neat.
Yes,
and a halberd.
So I'll be very straightforward with this because I'm a guy who is very LGBTIQ plus friendly and positive about all of this. And some people might get offended now, but this is the world you live in. This is my world you live in.
Yep.
Takeda Hikari is a trans person M2F.
Okay.
Okay.
Bushi Onomusha Peacock. Jumping down, this model bleeds.
Yeah, I was gonna say it bleeds then.
Okay. Yep, I get it.
Ikeda Hikari has chosen a way for themselves or for herself that was not meant by the fates. Let's call it like this. There is a little bit of a game balancing, game development aspect behind this. That person was a male coacher in armor, but it caused so many problems. And we had somebody in the community push for trans model in the game. And I was like, why the fuck not? Let's do this. I think there's nothing against this. So there you go.
No, and the way you have and the mechanic that you have for it, I like it. It
still applies. So it's
absolutely.
Yeah, and it's still applying the same mechanic as it would be before, so I'm cool. So that's cool with it.
Thank you. So let's go. Melee pull 3, boost for 3. Nothing special, standard profile. 7 wounds because Hikari has gone through all of the trainings. So it's not a 6 wounds model. Long Masakari, it's the same weapon again. Sweep attack 1. And then dual Wakizashi, combo attack 1.
Nice.
Straight up, keep in mind, theme bonus. Round 2 or 3, you want to trigger that, and all attacks become zeros.
Exactly.
So what is the young guy or the young gal now, the young woman? She's the one still learning, so she listens. Choose a trait and target non-animal, non-insignificant, non-soulless models profile card. This model gains that trait until the end phase.
Okay.
That is friend or enemy.
That is friend or enemy. It's an opposed key test if it is
an
enemy.
Sure.
But
that'll be fun.
There are the durables in this world. The prowess attack, for example. You know what I mean? There is a lot to steal in this world.
Yeah.
And if you listen, you also have to learn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Replace this model's Long Masakari sweep attack for a non-exceptional special attack or defense on target other model's profile card. This ability is a non-opposed key test if the target model is base-to-base with this model or a friendly faction model. The cost is 1. So steal your combo attack and then sweep your Long Masakari with brutal. Have fun.
Yeah.
Also, I think there are 2 spaces here. Yes. Sorry.
That's all right. Once per turn. Very nice. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes it, it's going to be a danger. But then again, he's got bleed or they got bleed. So
yeah. So the point is you can do a crap ton of shit with this. This really gets super creative. I once stole in a game from Foxgirl, combo attack and prowess in one round, and that was really fun with the accident suddenly.
Oh yeah.
And then last but not least, I breathe.
Master. Oh, I breathe. Okay.
I
was hoping that I was I master or something.
That would be good. No, I breathe. Remove 1 berserk, blind, death sentence, impetuous, spirit block, stunt, or frighten marker from this model.
Damn. Okay.
So this is once per turn again, but this really gives him the opportunity to get rid of a negative effect on her. Sorry, them. Let's go with them. And then traits: armor 4, heaviest armor, helmet, everything like armor 4. Impetuous 1.
Oh.
Peacock's Pride, prowess, defense, bodyguard, defensive.
Very cool. So they activate. I can't get rid of the impetuous. I was thinking, could I get rid of the impetuous 1 so I don't have to worry about the impetuous token? But I got to activate. Well, you have to activate.
Oh, you still got to activate regardless.
Or no, you just have to be active.
You have to be
have to be active player.
No, you're right.
You could tell I've been rusty on my Bushido. That didn't click immediately.
But you can. But then you're also giving up the 2 key you got.
You're giving up 2 keys. Oh, absolutely. But if I don't want them to go, if I don't want them to go to first, then yeah.
Oh, if you don't want him to go for her to go first or them, God,
I know it's rough.
It's rough. Yeah, I have to get settled into Hikari is a girl. We address her with them or her. You can just go for Tomoe, and I'm going to show you the art first because this is the young Onamusha bodyguard, Hikari's sister.
Okay.
You see, there's a little bit more motion in the model.
Yeah, much more dynamic.
She's the aggressive one. She's the one who really wants to get in and stirs up her sister and really, really, really wants to get into it. So here we are. Ikeda Tomoe, Bushi Onamusha Peacock, same thing, same profile, 7 wounds, same eggs, same dual Wakizashi. So you see the weaponry is very much aligned there. Powerful attack 1. Keep in mind the theme bonus. This could be a +5 weapon here. Push defense 1. Sweep attack 1, and on the Wakizashi, dual attack 1 and stun attack 1. Now, this is the 1 defense in Minimoto.
The 1 defense.
All Minimoto only has attacks.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh, that's right.
Yep.
So having push defense.
So there is a thing that doesn't get cheaper though because it only makes attacks cheaper, but still, it is a defense. And with the reach, you can do things.
Yeah.
Anyhow, challenging shout. Once per activation, when this model moves into base to base with an enemy model, that model gains an impetuous marker.
Okay, that's nice.
You move in and you make your opponent impetuous. So you basically out-activate both models, which is a control tool.
Yeah.
Again, a little bit. It's not an STS control tool where somebody just loses an activation and or you know what I mean. Like this goes away. It's not very straightforward. I wanted everything to have a payoff also for the opponent there. And then shoulder charge. Move this model 4 inches.
Okay.
It must end its move in base to base with one enemy model. The enemy model in base to base must make a size challenge test to gain a prone marker. So that is a movement trick because moving a model ignores difficult terrain, for example.
And moving them into base to base, you don't have to necessarily do the combat, but you are going to knock them prone. Yeah, no, that's good.
Yeah. And then the third one, pommel strike, super simple. Doing an enemy model's activation, which enters base to base with this model, that model gains a stun marker.
Okay. I mean,
just smack them.
It's just smacking them. I guess, or well, because I know this trait exists in other names throughout the game. I'm just trying to think if there's anything different I'm missing here that makes this one different to the other ones, because it seems like it follows all the same requirements.
The one that pops into mind is
the one that Kyo has.
Kyo, yeah, but that's a special effect. It's not a key effect.
Oh, yep. Okay. Oh, okay. Maybe that's what it is. I'm missing that.
Most of them are enter in, and there's no key cost to it.
Okay, so it's paying for it himself. Okay, so that's what it is. I'm like, I've seen this effect multiple times throughout the game, but I'm missing I'm pretty sure those are all key feats. But you're right.
They are usually unique effects.
Yeah, or it's you can give. The key feat is usually you're the active player giving out the stun through a key feat. So yeah, this is a bit different, just a bit.
It's a bit of a defensive tool on an inherently aggressive model, which gets me to her traits: aware, armor 3, bravery, impetuous 1, jump up, peacock's pride, prowess attack, and coordinated attack Ikeda Hikari.
Ah, very nice.
Oh, so this one coordinates, but the sibling doesn't.
Exactly.
Or did I miss that? Okay.
No, you got it right.
Hikari, she is very much, in for the defense part. She also doesn't have bodyguard, as you can see. She takes the route of best protection is a best defensive is an offense. Your guys are protected if everybody is dead.
Yeah,
that's the idea. And then if this model surprises an enemy model, keep in mind the first guy was able to turn around people. That model may not use the dodge or parry traits for their current activation.
Very nice.
It's a little bit different to what surprise usually does. And in the legation theme, she gets an Omomori.
Okay.
So you see where the Omomori then suddenly become very important, because this model might really need a luck token, because if she doesn't have a luck token, her potential 1 dice in defense could show a 1 or 2 and you could just lose her.
Yeah. No, I like her. And 14 points is not a bad cost at all. That's
it's the impetuous tax. Impetuous, subtracts so much from the cost of a model and it is a very, very strong and also hurting trait.
No, it's very the impetuous has always been a disrupting kind of trait, and even though the Ito have found a way to kind of abuse it, and I use the word abuse loosely and more humorously than anything else, but you get the idea. If I'm going to be impetuous, if I'm going to have somebody be impetuous, then we're all going to be impetuous. And
that's what I was going to say. It's the thing of, oh well, if one of us is impetuous, all of us are impetuous, because I know, at least for me, I hate it when I see more models with impetuous from a Silver Moon aspect, just because, it works, but it also doesn't. It makes it more difficult for me to be like, all right, well, crap, my insider information that I'm taking is an insurance policy. Okay, now I'm giving you options instead of taking them away.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's just like,
So what are your thoughts on the couple actually? Because you kind of sort of want to play them together.
Yes, you definitely want to play them together to get the full effect of them for sure.
Yeah.
I think it will be a very interesting combination with it, especially with her having a coordinated attack, and I'm glad the other one does not have coordinated.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh god.
They would be tearing it up. Um, but yeah, definitely see them playing both of them together. I see that as a really strong front line going out
Yes.
at things, and then you add in the large Onimushu with all the defensive abilities, and that is a formidable line to break through.
Yeah.
Um, and then with all the shenanigans in the box of making someone insignificant. So wow, okay, now I can't do scenario actions, but it doesn't affect me in the zone. But now I use my Omiri to get if you're insignificant, well now you don't count in the zone. So there you go. I'm liking the little tricks and things that are in the box that make something that you're looking at an ability, at least from what I've seen so far. I'm looking at an ability and say, okay, I could see where that's useful, but it's really going to be affecting this thing. It's not going to be, I could still find the way out of it. Or in this scenario, I'm not really worried about it. But then there's something that now makes it useful.
Yes.
So I'm liking that. I'm liking how it's all coming together.
yeah, I can agree with that. I guess the big thing that I see it to my comment earlier, the more impetuous you have, then the less negative it is against you. So with both of them having it, yeah, you still know kind of who your first two models are going to be. But again, as you get more impetuous added in, all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, now I can have choices who I want to have activating. And if you have both of them going, it gives you a little bit of flexibility in situations. Impetuous is the worst, or at least the most destructive, at least when I use it against people all the time, when it's like, damn, I don't have another option to pick. But since I have two of them, which they're encouraging you to take both of them anyways, the impetuous tax almost kind of pays for itself.
Yeah.
Like, it's still going to happen, but I can at least make it situational instead of like, oh, yep, nope, I'm activating this one and that's pretty much it. Or if you're in a situation where it's like, oh, okay, good, I can have one save the other one's ass, then
Yeah.
that saves you huge. And not to mention then again, the uh not Ikari, the other one, Tomoe, she can throw impetuous on other people, so and that helps disrupt the flow a little bit. So then it buys the box now more time to actually like do more stuff while they want to.
Exactly. And that's exactly the thinking, because if Tomoe goes in, makes something impetuous, you know what your opponent is activating, unless they also have impetuous models, which not everybody has. And if you really need a different activation, Hikari, she can then do I Breathe, remove the impetuous from her, and then you activate somebody completely different. And suddenly you control the first three activations in the round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
no,
yeah.
it's
Again,
fun.
designed the box with a little bit of a Silver Moon mindset. Also, we have a guy with a whip.
Oh, I'm not worried about the whip. I'm liking the like metal like pimp hands he's got, because he's got big old like. Well, I'm just
The
looking at him.
gauntlets.
He's like wearing a gauntlet, and his hands look huge. So I'm like, oh man, this man just walks around, and just pimp slaps everybody. He walks around with authority.
Let's get that
I didn't
half
even think
mask
about.
on.
I
Yeah.
didn't even think about the whip there because the white blends in. So I totally missed it and had until you pointed it out right now.
Yeah. So this is Hiroshi. Remember the first profile?
Yes.
If this guy dies,
If he
everybody gets
dies,
If he dies, he comes back as the Hulk.
no. So this is Hiroshi. He's a courtier and a peacock. He's not an Ikeda model. He's a servant. So Milipo 2. I know what's going on. There is the mistake.
there's no servant in there. There we go.
Yeah,
There we go. Now we
servant
got it.
tag was missing. Mili 2 can boost for 3. Yay. Range pull doesn't matter, etc. etc. Key 2/8 boost for 3 as well. He has deft hands. -3. Push defense 1. Fantastic,
Yeah.
isn't it?
That's even worse than being unarmed at this point.
Yes. And the whip. This is the same profile as the STS whip, so there's nothing surprising here. Kagemusha. There's 50 extra points if you know where this is coming from. Come on.
Oh, I do not.
Yeah, I don't know
your
either.
old movie tropes. There's a movie about people being replaced in the samurai age in Japan. It's a Japanese movie from the early 80s, I think.
Oh.
Anyhow, cost 1, instant, target range 4. You may use this key feat when a friendly unarmored Kocha model within 4 inches is selected or targeted by an enemy model's declared melee charge or ranged attack action. This model swaps positions with the target Kocha model. Continue with the declared action with this model, including any damage rolls. That means he can basically be replacing a Kocha.
Yes, so he's like the he's like the Oni slaves.
He's a body double basically
Yeah.
for
Substitution
for
jitsu.
Yeah.
But instead of substituting into
Except
a
I'm putting
log,
a live body
substituting
in the
with
way.
my body. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's more of like, Mr. President, I'm taking a bullet for you than
Exactly.
substitution.
No, except Mr. President is saying, no, you're taking the bullet for me and I'm going to go over there. It's a little different. That's what bodyguard is. Bodyguard is, hey, I'll take the shot for you. And it's like, hey, take the shot for me.
Pretty much, yeah. Second key feat is refreshments. Cost 3. Target under unarmored Kocha model gains an activation counter.
Ooh.
So more shenanigans for the Hoshi, Mikkei, or for the Lord. There's a lot to play around with because third activations, as we know, are always very good to have.
Oh yeah.
And then the last one, aside you cur, move target non-Kami, non-Asura, insignificant model 4 inches. This model may not end in base-to-base with any other models. A model may only be targeted by this key feat once per turn, etc., etc. Insignificant, we know, and we can give out in this box. So there you go.
That's cool.
Movement shenanigans the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
Minimoto aren't moving, the Minimoto are moving.
Yep.
That is cool. I like
and
it.
Then Armor 1, Fear 3, Peacock's Pride, Weak, Vengeance Unknown, and Animals. Because it doesn't like animals.
Doesn't like animals. No, I get it.
Oh, he's got the whip, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. Establish a melee exchange. He also bleeds because he has the blood of the family.
Mhm.
And when he is within 3 inches of Ikeda Yasumaru, this is the Lord at the beginning, friendly Kocha models within 3 inches of this model gain aware. So that helps.
All those peacocks looking around, making sure nobody gets them.
Yeah, and if he dies in a melee exchange, all friendly Kocha models gain +1/+0 for their key stat until the end of the game.
Oh, great.
Oh.
So you want him to almost die.
No.
I mean, with that right there, what some of those other models can do, all the other Courtier models could do, I'm not gonna like overly protect this guy and use those other key feats of like, you slave, jump in front of me, you jump in front of me. I'm gonna try to get this guy killed to get that key ability. Strategically. I'll strategically kill him.
Just throwing him away isn't worth it, I would say, but yeah. And he costs 8, so he's
okay. Yeah, at 8, he's strategically dying. I'm not gonna feel bad. He's gonna be about as dead as one of my Kyokuhan guys.
Oh no! You're gonna screw with people and try to get him killed. Where they have to think about it, and then here, don't take this courtier, don't take this courtier, and you just keep, you're shuffling courtiers around as they're trying to kill him. If you put him in those kind of places, and typically, I pop him in a zone and say, "Come at me, bro," but you're actually going to attack this guy, and oh wait, you're going to attack this guy. And then when I screw it up, which I normally do, then he gets killed, and then everybody gets +1.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, also his Kagemusha helps him to get killed as well because he can just jump in and replace the Shugenja under duress and then suffer the damage. He's on 6 wounds because he's not a fighter, and he bleeds. So there is also, if he bleeds to death, he doesn't get removed during a melee exchange, and you don't get the effect. So you have to play around this correctly because otherwise, you're not getting it.
Not going to get it. No.
All I'm hearing is I need to plan my premeditated murder.
And that's the point.
That's what it is. I will say one thing though, and this is something you've been saying throughout. He's not a warrior model, so he has, he's on 6 wounds. I'm gonna tell you this as an Edo guy. I got 5 wounds on all my warriors.
Oh,
Right?
I'm
So
a
I'm playing
dissension
game.
guy.
I'm playing game.
I'm a dissension guy. I know your feet. I know your pain, my
Know
friend.
the
I know
pain.
your
Okay.
pain.
Okay. It's like all our warriors have 5 except for 1.
So if you want to be a true warrior, you need to be playing on 5 wounds.
If you want
Or
to be a
we just
boss
need to
warrior,
revive,
play on
or all
5.
Ito models then Tengu at this point need to just be revised and just give them 6 wounds. At this point, the
No.
Ito tax is no longer a thing,
No.
realistically.
No.
So I'm going to show you 1 or 2 events while we're
Okay.
at it.
Sounds good. I think we covered that one already.
That we did. Last resort, you get a Wakizashi that has push defense. It's basically a one-time event weapon that you can get.
Okay.
Helps for, if you don't have the key for lightning reflexes on Yashumaru, for example, anymore. I like it. Refinery. All enemy models must pass a key challenge as 6 or face him, which helps again with the whole surprising thing. Undisputed Ancestry. You know Disputed Ancestry?
Yes.
Undisputed Ancestry. Plays in the starting phase after G generation. Choose a non-soulless enemy model that gains the Samurai type.
Okay.
Oh, there's so many things that then get messed with. All right, that'll be fun.
Yeah. And
you're a samurai. Wait, I am?
Yeah.
I have the paperwork.
Exactly that. This is this is also in the Reg box. This is the Masakari and Long Masakari weapons can pierce 2 and trap 2. This is an event that you have in the, as I said, in the range box as well. There is the Koryo. There is nothing special there.
Yeah.
This one's spicy.
Peacock's Heritage. The attached model gains a courtier type.
And it goes on to Shugenja in the Minamoto clan. There you go.
Oh, yeah. So now I could pull in some of those. Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Start pulling in those
7 moon models.
Or or if there's no armor on them, which I don't think any of the Shugenja ones should have, then, oh, look, congratulations. Now you get extra activations because God forbid they need extra activations to do more stuff.
Yep, that's it. So, and yeah, that's pretty much the box.
That is really. Let me just go back to here.
Yes.
I like everything in that box. It's something to look forward to. I like, again, and I've been seeing this in a lot of the boxes that have been coming out lately. Is again, it's in some of the older boxes or some of the older models. There were those these badass punching kind of models. Now there's a lot more variety. There's a lot more intricate playing with things. I think the wrong word is, I think I'm trying to say finesse models.
Yes.
But you have some things in there, and then the beat stick models are not. They're not your direct. They're not your direct beat sticks. They're not as obviously straightforward as like a Masunagi.
Yeah.
There's you have to, and Masunagi has his weaknesses, but you know what Masunagi does. You point him in a direction, he tries to kill something, and then he moves on to the next thing until he either dies or kills everything.
Or fails a fear check because he's a coward.
Because essentially he is a coward.
He is a coward.
We kill what we fear, and then we have nothing to fear. But with these things, there are some really powerful things in there, but they are situational is probably the wrong word, but it takes a little bit of setup to do it. Is what I think is the best way to describe it.
You have to play around your own weaknesses.
I feel like that this. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Wandler. Go ahead.
No. You go.
I was gonna say, I feel like at this point, and this is just me being one track Silvermoon, I feel like that Silvermoon has basically influenced the Minimoto-ness of like, I am Minimoto, I smash faces in, and Silvermoon just came to decide. But what if you did it slightly this way and screwed with people more? Oh, hang on, let me try this once. Let me try this first hit, and then like, oh shit, yeah, I'm addicted to this. All right, we're gonna go with this. This is our whole sub faction thing. We'll still beat people up, but this is fun now.
Exactly. Yeah. I absolutely agree. The idea here was to, one of the first things I wrote onto the mood board that I created for this was Mean Girls energy.
Mean Girls energy.
Well, they got it. That's for sure.
There you go. So I will give you a glimpse into one more thing that we are not going to talk about the profile, because every box comes with an add-on box nowadays, right?
Yes, it
Oh,
does.
yeah, sure. Yeah,
You want to see the
poster.
artwork of the add-on box.
I do want to see that. I do. Let me add that back to stage. All right, there we go.
Don't take away your faces. I want to see your faces on this.
I'm gonna keep. The faces are there. Oh
No, no,
it's Pack Yak.
Oh no, I don't need another oxen-based model because they just made Kawanorogen like unnerfed slightly. Now they're just like, oh, here's its cousin. Here's its cousin.
It's
Pack
Kawano
Pack Oxen.
Pack Oxen. Oh,
Yes,
I love
it's
it.
a Pack Oxen.
Oh, he's got to have fun stuff.
So I'll give you one glimpse onto that model. One of the keywords or traits that it has.
Okay.
Luck tokens.
No, we're not doing
more
stupid
luck tokens
things.
out. We're not doing that.
It has the Asura keyword.
Oh God, it is their god.
It's their god. Oh, it's gonna be awesome. Oh, I wonder if that means those little the little charms, if it makes them that they'll get some back if they use it.
Oh, that would make sense. Spend
that
like
would
a
be
wait
kinda
action, or like
cool.
or it could spit out virtue tokens every time you burn a virtue token. You get to get your talisman back.
Now like a picture is the oxen just go blah, and there's the virtue token.
Well, I mean, it's got the little like shrine box thing in there, like
I
little
know,
spirits
but
could be flying out of that thing.
I'm thinking of cartoons too much, and that's all I'm just seeing now. Is just you're saying spitting out, and if it was a llama, that's what they do, but it's not.
Well, yeah, but their god is not a llama; it's a pack oxen.
Yep, that is cool.
The name of the oxen is Hiroshige, by the way.
Oh, I can't wait to see that one. That is going to be a fun addition on that.
I feel like you take this and you get like X number of like cards, or they can like reset like traps. Basically, it's like, oh, you get to get a new trap, so you get to get a new token every turn, or a new talisman every turn.
Who knows?
Maybe
we'll have to find. You'll have to wait and find out.
Yes. So all of the boxes pretty much going at the end of playtesting right now. We're tying up some loose ends, small things. There is this. There are at least 2 more blisters that are coming for the subfaction.
Okay.
All of this is out there. All of these models were discussed at Masters.
Okay.
Hikari, for example, was the model for the US Masters.
Okay.
Which Brian did.
Oh, down in Dallas.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or not Dallas, right?
Yeah, Dallas.
Somewhere in the south.
He's in Dallas.
I want to make sure it was Dallas. I mean, I don't want to like piss off the people in Dallas, even though it's like, even though the Cowboys are probably not making it to the playoffs at this point. But yeah,
who knows? They've had their time in the sun.
They had
in the
60s,
60s, 70s, somewhere around there.
So I'll give you a glimpse of what we're doing for this year, if you want, because we're not doing this again. We're not doing a box.
I'm not doing a box of the Masters models.
No, we're not doing a box of Masters models. We're doing something completely different. We're building a village.
Oh, okay.
So
now I'm curious.
I have approval for a bunch of basic ideas. Sketched out more ideas for profiles that you have seen in this stream or in this meeting. And what we're doing at the German Masters is we look at the descriptions, and then it is decided in which faction they will go.
Okay. Yeah.
So this is not Shugensha that throws fireballs. That's not the description. The description is, I don't know. I don't want to say it because
that's fine. That's
now
fine.
my creativity is used for the ones I have. But it is a description of a person that has suffered or achieved something in life, and then there is a list of factions that this could go into. Some of them are built to go into every faction in the game currently. Some of them are rather limited because you can't have everything in everything. It would be too hard of a design. But that is what we're doing in Germany, and then we go from Masters to Masters, and every Masters host was queried for their choice of faction. So they basically built the pool. And then I go, this is the, let's say, STS model. You guys in Boston, you wanted STS, so you get to work on that model now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And you guys in Moscow, because there's one in Russia as well. You gave me that feedback, so you guys get to choose the Minimoto guy now and work on that one. And I will build a base profile, and then we'll ask the community to come back with suggestions and ideas. And in the end, all of those are singular models, are all going to be Ronin working for one faction, and they will get a theme that lets them work together as a village.
Well, that's going to be fun.
That'll be fun.
That's good. I like that. It's a very clever way to do it. It's going to be good.
You have to shake it up every year.
Yeah, got to change things up. I get it. Briefly, let's talk about, and we mentioned this earlier, and this is something that I've always been curious about or been looking forward to, I guess is probably the better way to say it. Campaign play.
Ooh, yes. Campaign book.
So, there are 2 books coming at the moment. One is the
there's 2.
Yes, there's 2. One of them is the law book, and I have the pretty much finished PDF on my drive already, which describes all of the clans, all of the locations, has a new map, and so on and so forth. It is really, really nice, and this one is pretty much done. The campaign book has seen a massive amount of work done by Ben and Craig and the rest of the team, putting together advancement ideas, advancement profiles. We've seen the spoiler for the Red King, the Imperial Prince, and Swamp Thing. You know, the guy with the eye in the hand.
His hand, yeah.
Those models will have 2 sets of profiles. One of them is for campaign play, where there are decisions where you can develop them into, and so on and so forth. And one of them is for matched play, as they would say in the Warhammer world, where you have a one card
rules it all.
Yeah.
Exactly. The whole campaign play is built around advancing models, advancing themes, advancing warbands, and playing X amount of rounds, weeks, campaign steps, however you want to call it, and then growing your faction to a point where you're basically walking through the campaign. And the end of the campaign is always, you start somewhere, you get to a certain point, and you compete with your partners. You get something out of playing and winning, and it advances not only your models but also your themes, for example.
Okay.
And you can custom build your theme to the campaign list you're playing.
Okay, so it's let me if I'm hearing this correctly, you would, let's say I start out and I have the we'll say the Rat King model, just because that's something that's already been thrown out there, and he has a baseline stat, and he does or does not have a theme, or if it's a theme, it's a very basic one thing. But then as I progress in the narrative campaign, or if I'm at a con and I'm doing multi rounds, try to do a campaign over a couple days, rather than playing in the big grandmasters or whatever, I'm going to be playing in this campaign. At the end of it, I'm adding in, I'll add in an ability on the king, and then I could add in something to the faction. So I'm almost building a theme.
You're actually building a theme.
Okay.
So that is something that really is done. Where you really do you start with a base theme which has like one bonus, and then you play, and you not only can pick advances for your models, you can also pick an advance for your theme, and you can build the theme around the fact that, let's say I want to Prefecture Shisei are a very good example. There is no Shisei theme, but you start out with 2 Shisei, let's say, and you like leaning into it, and you pick a theme bonus that fits that playstyle. You suddenly, at the end, if you keep going on with this, you have a full Shisei list that then really works and has a theme that really supports it beyond what the game currently is offering in regular play.
Okay.
Explore new options.
Yeah. No, that's going to be it's a different way to play. It will be definitely more narrative. So that's the thing that's always been kind of looking for it. It's probably going to help stretch the imagination of players to come up with some more interesting scenarios or different situations and things along those lines, to make Bushido more playable than just the okay, I've beat my round 1 component with this list, and now I'm going to do something. Well, now I can build on something and go forward and see what happens with that.
Exactly, and it gives you also the opportunity to explore parts of the game and interactions in the game that you usually wouldn't.
Mhm.
And if you then decide to play, for example, with what is called in regular play hired swords, that allows you to draw a model in from a different faction and make it work within your list.
Mhm.
That gives you an additional like incentive to look beyond the limitations of what you're usually playing and more towards what works for me in my campaign. Good example is, for example, you play Dissension Outcasts, the running birds,
Oh yeah.
and you draw in the big bird from Cult, and you
Okay.
develop your theme around all of these models, and maybe the falling from grace, which all of the running birds have experienced in the lore. So that's an option, for example.
Okay. No, I like it. I'm looking forward to seeing it. I will say I'm very and it's not that it's been a big secret, but I'm looking forward to the lore book because I had the second edition rule book, which had some
Mhm.
lore in it, and the stories and whatnot were always great, and I always wanted more. And then when the third, this edition was out, it's like, well, there's no, the lore is all over in bits and pieces on a Discord here and on this
Yeah, I
over
know.
here, and so having a
On Andy's
uniform
YouTube
book will be kind
channel,
of nice.
Come again, Jason?
I said on Andy's YouTube channel, there was
On
like
Andy's YouTube,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
small
yeah.
thing that would go along with it.
so
I think we all suffered through those videos.
I didn't watch them because I'm not a big lore person.
he's not a big
Mm,
lore person. I like the stories though.
that's fine. I'm a lore guy. I
Mhm.
play these games for the lore. For me, the design concept, and I think you see it in the Peacock, is always what is the story behind this, and how does the story entertain
Mhm.
the rules that we're building.
And I like it. I think I like that. I like that kind of design philosophy. That makes it a lot more fun rather than I'm building this new piece and then it helps. It maybe in my opinion, and again my opinion, it helps avoid power creep because we're building to a
Mhm.
story rather than what's the next new big shiny thing.
Yes, and let me tell you that the Peacock are currently hovering a almost perfect 50% winning and losing in
For
playtesting,
playtesting.
and
Oh
this has
god, the
been
next
thrown
temple faction.
No, 50-50 is
50,
pretty.
50, my friend, not 70-30.
Yeah.
No, but I'm really proud of that, which is it is really hard to get something new in that can measure up to everything, but doesn't
Mhm.
automatically defeat anything. And that is really hard to get right. And I'm very, very thankful for all the playtesters who have put a lot of time into this. Like this box has been playtested close to 50 games at this point,
Okay.
Oh,
which is more than every other box that ever has come out for Bushido, I think has seen.
Okay.
So
Well, good. No, I'm glad to hear it, and it's like I said, everything that I've heard about this set is really, really. I'm excited about hearing and seeing. I'm going to be very interested to see them when they hit the tables,
oh yeah.
and the effect of it. The lore book, I'm very excited about that, and I know lots and lots of players are very excited about the lore book. So I'm glad to hear that that's approaching readiness. I'm not asking for a timetable, but it sounds closer than it's ever been before. We'll just
Oh
leave it at that.
yeah, pretty much. You can be excited about that one in the near future.
Excellent.
Maybe something to read during your summer vacation.
There we
Let's
go.
put it like that.
Excellent. Well, Wandler, it has been great talking with you. I love all the stuff that you've given us to present to the community as our big comeback at the holidays and say hi and give not just hear about our boring stories about what we've been doing and why we've not been gaming, but more importantly, getting some more information on what's been happening with Bushido. So we definitely thank you for that, sir.
I do thank you guys for having me. I always love chatting with you. It's always fun. 2 hours flew by in a heartbeat. And
It did.
also for everybody who's not aware, when we are recording this, go Bears, right?
Go
Go
Bears.
Bears. Yeah.
Go Bears!
There it is.
It's a big rivalry game tonight. So we'll just to kind of timestamp this one for the future. Bears and Packers are playing tonight to see who's going to win the division and see who should say win the division. Who's going to lead the division going into
Yeah, I was gonna
the
say
playoffs? Just a couple
Win
games
would be
left.
awesome, isn't it? We're not there yet.
If they win it, that would be great. But I'm
that
not
would
going to
be
jinx
nice.
it. I'm I'm a long-suffering Bears and Cubs fan, so I know
You're
what
a
it means to
long-suffering
be
Chicago
patient.
sports fan. That's just easier to say. The Chicago
I
suffering.
can't say that. I lived through the Jordan era, so it's all
Okay,
right.
well, I can say I was a suffering Chicago fan. Yeah, I had the Hawks, I guess, but not really.
You were alive and understood when the Cubs won after 108 years.
Oh yeah, I know. Well, yeah, okay, but again, I still had to suffer for like what 20
20
years or so
something years.
before I got to that
Well,
point. So it's kind of like,
honestly, the only person who suffered the most for the Cubs was your poor brother when they almost made the World Series and they lost to the Marlins, and I scared him because he was like 6, and they had the Bartman incident, and I screamed at the top of my lungs at the TV set, and he ran crying from the room because I scared the wits out of him.
well, okay. I mean, to anybody outside of Chicago's defense or outside of Chicago area, I mean, we basically the one time that I know, like a man was publicly exiled from an entire U.S. city.
I was
That
amazed he
man,
got.
like,
I was amazed he got
and
out
this
of the
was before
stadium
social
alive.
media.
It
If
was.
it was in social media, like if it was more prevalent social media nowadays, oh my god.
Yeah. So anyway, enough sports talk there. No. So everybody, we hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, you know what? Throw us a like. That lets us know that we're on the right track and you like seeing these things. And hopefully we'll try to lure Wandler back on to do some more. Or maybe we'll get off. Or we'll get off our lazy butts and do some battle reports. That would also take Greg and Jason painting. And if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button. We had crested over 700 subscribers. We've fallen back out of that, but when you don't do anything for 6 to 8 months, you're gonna lose some subscribers. So maybe we'll start trying to get back on track and get the subscriber count up and get ourselves in motion to put out more stuff for you to enjoy. With any last words, Wandler, do you got anything else to say before we head out?
No, it's been great. Stay tuned for what is coming. I see a lot of interesting stuff on my right screen. And no, a big thanks to the community for making all of this possible. Without the people showing to tournaments, without the people playing, engaging, showing their art and their paintings on the Discord, none of this would happen. All of this, we get boxes, we get miniatures out of this as a community because the community is there, and this only happens because of that. That last year or a year ago, this was a test balloon doing the 6 models. Now it is a no-brainer. I got asked by Gordon, "What are you doing next year?" So and this is the community. This isn't my work. This is everybody's work, and everybody can be proud of what's coming.
Absolutely.
So thank you.
Yes, Bushido does have a great community, and they are very passionate about it, and I think it reflects in the stuff that you've been producing. So thank you, everybody, for doing that. Gaming Jason looks like he's corralling Gaming Grandson.
Yeah, he's wanting me to change something on from Color Crew, and then my wife is making something in the blender behind us, and it's one of those Vitamix ones, so it gets loud.
All right, well, we'll let you go. And again, everybody, thank you so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We'll be back again soon, and hey, have a great day or evening, wherever you may be. So long, everybody.
Bye-bye.